Thanks, guys, and welcome back to Thursday night's edition of Daily Iowan TV Mat Side.
Iowa wrestling had a nail-biter on Sunday against Big Ten rival Penn State, but the Hawks were able to get the win 18-12. Wrestling reporter Zach Mackey broke down the Iowa offense from that meet.
The Iowa Hawkeyes under head coach Tom Brandt preach a style of wrestling nicknamed the Iowa Way, a type of wrestling that involves high-tempo offense that does not see very many stalling calls coming their way. This offensive wrestling was adamant when the Hawkeyes traveled to Penn State. Thomas Gilman always does a great job at starting the Hawkeyes off right. Right there, he throws down the hands of the Penn State wrestler, circles around the body, and gets his two. His quickness is what propels these Hawkeyes. Now it's Josh Jeva's turn. He has the foot up in the air and has to finish to get the takedown. There he does. Let's rewatch that in a little slower motion. Watch Jeva's right leg wrap around, and it brings the Penn State wrestler down to the mat. Jeva covers for two. The red-shirted freshman Brandon Sorensen's been a highlight for the Hawks as he throws down the hands of Zach Beats, finishes the shot, and gets his two. Sammy Brooks here is sprawled back, but while he's in a defensive position, he's always looking to score. Watch him grab the legs there and climb the body to get his two. Let's rewatch that. Again, in the defensive position, turns around, gets a takedown, and comes out victorious 7-1. Coach Tom Brandt talked about the team's takedowns and his Hawkeyes' offensive mentality.
4 third-period takedowns and how many second period at the end of the second period takedowns. And then back points. Those are situations where that's not by accident. That's coach, that's strategy, and that's their awareness of the clock and our lack of awareness of what our opponent is trying to do to us.
This offensive mentality has propelled the Hawkeyes to a 13-0 start. Zach Mackey, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The Hawkeyes offense will have some tough tasks coming up as the postseason is right around the corner.
Before postseason begins, Iowa has one more Big Ten opponent on their plate before the team Michigan is seen as more of a stepping stone along their journey to placing the feather in their hat. With two duels starting on Friday, similar to Maryland and Penn State the previous weekend, head coach Tom Brandt has his focus right on the first matchup and the last Big Ten dual meet of the season against the number 16th ranked Michigan Wolverines.
I think they're coming to do some damage. They have a heated rivalry with us in their mind. And if you look at the lineups they put out last time out, they seem to be gearing for us.
Some key matchups include number 6 ranked Corey Clark against number 9 Rossi Bruno. Both of them face similar losses on their record with Zane Richards, Chris Dardanes, and both coming off a loss against Penn State's Jimmy Gulabon. Iowa's number 16 ranked Michael Kelly and number 10 Brian Murphy will go head-to-head in a tough end of the season for Kelly. With the loss against Minnesota and Maryland, Kelly is in the hot seat coming off a tough win against Penn State. Pretty evenly matched at the 165 with the 9 and 10 spots, but there will be added pressure for senior Nick Moore for a win in Carver on senior night. And at 197, number 6 Nathan Burak against Michigan's number 8 senior Max Huntley. Burak will be looking for revenge coming off of 2 consecutive losses. For the team as a whole, they have their eyes set on something more in the future.
We got a team that can run the table and win everything out there, and that's something that, we come here to do. We don't come here to get a share of the Big Ten title. We come here to win everything outright.
A win against the Wolverines could give Iowa the outright Big Ten regular season dual championship and Tom Brandt's his 160th dual victory at Iowa.
Now also this weekend, number 13 Virginia heads to Carver to begin the Cliff Key National Duels. Iowa has won the only meeting between the schools 26-12. Two key matchups to look for is the 165 and 174-pound weight class.
Iowa's 9th ranked Moore is matched up against the Cavaliers' number 4 ranked Nick Solzer. Last time the Hawkeyes saw Virginia, Solzer was when Mike Evans won against him in a 7-4 victory. And speaking of Evans, he has a tough matchup at the 174-pound weight class against the number 6 ranked Blaze Butler. Butler only has 2 losses this season.
Virginia will kick off the Cliff Keen duels here in Iowa City, but only 8 teams will make it to the final trip. Let's take a look at who could possibly face off against the Hawkeyes. 10 of the 16 teams in the division are ranked in the top 15 according to the NWCA Division I Wrestling Coaches Poll.
Among the teams, Iowa, Missouri, Ohio State, Minnesota, and Cornell claim the top 6 ranked teams. And Lehigh, Illinois, and Virginia claim the 11 to 13 spots, and Edinboro ranks 15th, followed by number 23 ranked North Dakota State. So a lot of competition will be at this meet, Laura, and an opportunity for a team championship will be up for grabs for the Hawkeyes.
And how great would it be for the team to claim it in Iowa City? That's all the time we have on tonight's program. Be sure to tune in on Sunday night for the recap from this weekend's wrestling meets.
As well as we'll have all your Hawkeye Hoops action from this weekend. Greta and Austin, back to you guys right after this.